We had a destination. Oh, your brother had a destination wedding. This any good? My brother had a destination wedding and we didn't buy gifts. I think, listen, life is funny like that. I think that actually makes sense. If you're forcing everybody to fly to your wedding, maybe there's less of an expectation that there will be a gift from everybody. In that case, everybody's already in for a grand, right? Now, you might say, well, what's the difference? Well, if you got the fuck out of your hometown and she didn't, but all of her friends still live there, I mean, that's kind of a you problem. So you gotta pay for it. Yeah, that makes sense to me. $0.29 in 2 rooms? Yeah. Cent City in here. I'm sorry, a gift is default. It's like being like, if you flew into town for your friend's birthday, do you still have to pick up the check? Yeah, bro, like, of course you had, I didn't make the rules, I'm just observing the situation, but yeah, of course you gotta pick up the check, it's their birthday. Grape Lady Falls? Yeah, or as they call it in England, Grape Lady Autumns. You provide a gift and pick up the check? At 36, if I was having dinner with my friend for their birthday, I would not give them a gift. The gift is the check. And I also, it goes vice versa. I don't want my other 36 and 37-year-old friends, maybe 36, maybe 37, to get me a gift. I just want them. I don't even really care if they pick up the check, but it's a nice gesture. I think I don't care. You the type of beast to give someone money and tell them not to spend it all in one place? Yep. And it's even better if it's like a really small amount of money. Don't spend it all in one place is mostly reserved for when somebody finds like a quarter on the ground or something like that. You chuckle when you say it? I'm laughing pretty much nonstop. Didn't you see the librarian video about Plux? I don't want to re-roll this. I want to come back here. I like that. Give them a gift card and saying, becoming the guy who says don't spend this all in one place, then giving them a gift card and saying, just this once, and then not even finishing the sentence. Just wait, and then the realization dawns on them, and you nod too, and you go, yeah, that's what that might be what the fuck it's all about, to be honest with you. That might be what it's all about. Thoughts on the nicotine pouch ads during hockey games? I kind of like them because they have to say that it's for quitting smoking legally. So they have a bunch of people giving testimonials about how cool they feel for shoving a Zonic in their soft palate, and then a robot voice has to go, warning, nicotine is highly addictive and hazardous to your health. This is only to be used for people who are trying to quit smoking. So I think that contradiction is kind of nice. Honestly, fuck it. I want, well, it's good now, right? I got sad, but then I remembered that it's good now. For tobacco use only. I can't be the first guy to come up with this bit, but what about a guy who smokes his tobacco out of a bong? Has anyone ever come up with this guy? It could be Leroy Movies as well. The guy who packs the bowl with tobacco and then is like, you gotta hit this shit. That's just hookah? Okay, that's true. And you're gonna say Unk's never been to a hookah bar. I have. I've been to a couple combination hookah bars / pizzerias in Southern Ontario, and I did not get it at all. And I still don't to this day. I don't get it. I'm not saying it's fake, I'm just saying I don't get it. It's just something to do. It's like chewing on a pen, I guess. Did you try it? Yeah, bro. Like I was a skeptic going in, so maybe it's like hypnosis. Like if you don't believe it's gonna work, then it doesn't work. The hell is that, man? Yarrow Rune. Good news, Yarrow Rune. We ever do that one? Oh, that's pretty good. I literally only smoke tobacco from my bong. It would go fucking crazy to take a cigarette break at work and load up your fucking bong and then hit that shit behind the Best Buy. And you know what? It would be the best day of all time if the cops like, skitch! Hey you, what do you got there? Officer, it's just tobacco. Yeah, I bet. No, here. Imagine top 10 times the police got owned by you. That's like how every time I go into a store with a product I bought in another store, I'm like hoping loss prevention tackles me to the ground and like injures me so I can get a settlement that would like barely impede London Drugs' bottom line, but really set me up for a long time. I'm walking in there with half-empty like San Pellegrino bottles all the time, just waiting for some cowboy loss prevention officer who's not looking at his phone for the first time ever. Oh, I actually bought this fucking San Pellegrino at Shoppers Drug Mart. Oh, really? Show me the receipt. Oh, I didn't get the receipt. I can show you on my credit statement. Oh, it hasn't actually registered. They haven't run the charge yet. Can you just give me a minute? You give me like 1 to 36 hours here? I walk around UBC hoping a security guard hits me with their car. You're taking your life into your own hands. There's a lot of new drivers with Lamborghinis out there. That's too risky. What I would do is do what I've seen people do a lot. Just leave your toes over the intersection at like Canby and West 8th near the Whole Foods. Just like, here's what I would recommend, okay? When the walk light is off, sprint on the sidewalk as if you're going to run into the intersection and get hit by a car and die. And then abruptly stop, dig your heels into the sidewalk like a cartoon character. So it goes, ee! And then like it bunches up the sidewalk as if it's like a carpet or a rug that you had stopped on. But just leave your toes out over the intersection just to tease the drivers who are turning right that maybe, just maybe, I'm gonna sever all 10 of your toes when I turn right onto 8th, okay? Maybe, just maybe. 1 second, I got a devil deal. Is it possible that I didn't say abruptly, and I actually said abruptly, but every single one of you heard the word wrong? You literally can't mention when I say the word wrong. I think I have COVID again. My mental brain age is like, I mean, this is like COVID 7 or 9, so 6 or 7, I should say. So I think that my brain age is like 92 or something. Doesn't it age you like a decade every time you get it? Something like that. That would be cracked for 5-year-olds. That's a good point, man. If a 5-year-old got COVID twice, they could, I mean, at that point, they basically got their bachelor's degree. Huge. You kind of do have 90-year-old Riz. I hope I'm alive when I'm 90. Seems like it would be kind of crazy, man. I don't think I want to be the last 1988 guy out the door. I don't know, maybe. I'll think about it. I haven't really given it that much thought, honestly. Just felt like a secret room. Every 90-year-old I've met has wanted to die. Okay, what's the sample size of like fucking 2 or some shit like that? Not meeting that many 90-year-olds, bro. 90's pretty fucking old. I forgot what I was saying. You know what's weird, though? Like, it's not weird. It's just something you, well, maybe I think about as I get older. They ain't making any more 1988 babies, man. Like, we're a limited supply, and there's not much demand either. But it's kind of crazy to think, like Wayne Coyne was kind of spitting when he said, you know, everyone you know someday will die. I already think about the fact, so like I was born almost 40 years ago. The average lifespan is about 80. And then like population has grown a little bit, at least here. But there's like more than half the motherfuckers that were here when I showed up have left the party, bro. They've left the damn party already. And then I got a bunch of new people I've never even seen before. I don't know what any of this shit does. Okay, fair enough. Does it look like I give a fuck? I think I'm out of here, man. I can't see what the hell's going on. I know way too many people here right now I didn't know last year. Who the fuck are y'all? That's the thing. And then they'll try to say something like, oh, I'm a real person that's lived like a whole life. Oh, really? You really think your ass could have been conceived, born, raised, got a high school diploma, gone to college, met the love of your life, sired a child, get a couple of jobs without me fucking knowing? I've been around. I'm pretty observant. And I've never seen you around before. I think I've been around long enough. I'm a little surprised. I was a little surprised I haven't seen you before. Just a little suspicious is all I'm trying to say. You sure you're a real person? You sure you're not an android that maybe has been pre-programmed with memories to think that you're real, but actually you're a robot and I'm real? I don't think so, man. I don't think so. Remember when they thought the Earth was flat? I mean, that's just like it's an all-time classic for me. Because I'll tell you straight up, everybody in this chat is like, if I was in the 1600s, I wouldn't have believed that the Earth was flat. If I was alive in the pre-fucking, I don't know, Galileo days, who did that? Copernicus? Either way. They killed him, which is not, I do not support. Either way, 100%, I would have been making fun of the people saying the Earth is round. I would have been like, it's round? Buddy, look outside. Skyscrapers don't exist yet. So look 100 kilometers into the distance. Does that shit look round to you, motherfucker? You fucking idiot. Yeah, it's okay, it's round. All right. Oh, whoa, I'm slipping off of the earth. Like I would have been roasting them. And people, the best part is they would have been like, so true, they're so stupid. You're owning their scientific argument with words that sound good. And it would have been an awesome time to be me. It would have been sick. It would have been sick to be me back then. But what's crazy is that I'm not even gonna say probably. Like, there's definitely some shit that we take as like a universal scientific axiom that we probably, if not being completely wrong about, at least we got an incomplete picture of. Let's put it that way. Like, I'm not totally sure about all this gravity shit. And also, the speed of light just doesn't make sense. It doesn't take 8 minutes for light from the sun to reach the Earth. It's bright. Just look at it. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you turn on a light, you don't have to be like, oh, I'm waiting for the light to hit me. Like, it's just on. I don't know what to tell you. Like, if you've been buying that stuff, well, then I'm selling it. It just doesn't make sense, man. I forgot what I was saying, though. There's probably something. I don't know what it is. Probably something to do with plant protein. My physicist's girlfriend is yelling at the screen. Congrats. You too are not immune to bait. Remember that. Remember that next time you get mad at something on social media that you exposed yourself to. You are not immune to propaganda. That's right. It was all an elaborate bit to show that you were actually the one being owned. That you didn't see that coming. Isaac Newton. So listen, you put the atoms in the accelerator, and I'll put the jokes in the bag, and then put the fries in the bag. Look at that, double it. I need another bag? That's for real me at McDonald's. I don't know, you guys don't have this outside of Vancouver, right? But at the McDonald's here, you have to... At the end of every order, they ask you a skill testing question, which is how many bags you want. And you're like, oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. My whole life, I've just, until a couple of years ago, I've just been relying on the person putting the order in the bag to decide how many bags they need. But now I've got to be like, I think this is a one-bagger? I don't know. Maybe it's well, because does the Happy Meal count as a bag? It comes in a box. But then sometimes you get a bag and then the Happy Meal is folded up in the bag. Like they folded the box. And I'm like, I needed the box. The math was assuming that the box would also be carrying the Happy Meal. Yeah, you can just say zero and they always give you one. I'm the type of beast to order a Coke Zero, no cup. Oh, I brought my own bottle, actually. They don't have San Pelli at McDonald's yet, unfortunately. I'll be honest, I'm still off. I'm like 3.5, 4 weeks clean from the Coke Zero now. It does flick you if you go to a family restaurant and you're like, do you have any sparkling water? And they're like, no, bro. No, we don't. Of course we don't, man. This is, look at where you're at. What a ridiculous question. Why not just drink water? Oh, sometimes flavor tastes good. Pro tip, sometimes flavor's tasty. Bro's lived his whole life thinking the food and beverage industry is a lie. Well, food's easy. Food's for energy. You need energy to live. But liquid is basically just cellular lubricant. Why not just drink water? I could blow my own bubbles in it, that's true. Sparkling water's ass, though. You're the type of beast to order a ginger ale on an airplane. I can feel it. Anything to soothe the wound of the seat being slightly too small. Always surprised how hated sparkling water is in North America. Maybe I am European, man. Maybe I'm British. I love sparkling water. You have to remember, though, like there's sparkling water has a narrative headwind in North America, which is that For most of us, we grew up where, like, if you went to someone's house and they had Perrier, your parents would get in an argument with them. They'd be like, oh, you think you're better than me just because you drink sparkling water, just because you drink mineral water? So you kind of decide, it's imprinted on you when you're young, whether you're a sparkling water head or a based blue-collar tap water and full sugar soda drinker. But we're trying to change the narrative a little bit. Also, the other thing about North American culture is you have to remember you're not allowed to have nice things, even though we have lots of nice things. You kind of have to you have to come up with some kind of justification for ever doing something nice for yourself. Otherwise, it's like, well, you used a new tea bag? You used a new tea bag? You know you can use tea bags twice. You can steep tea bags 2 times, and there's still enough tea to make it. It's almost, the second cup is, sometimes some people even like it more. It is the puritanical background, I'm assuming. I don't really know much about it, but it sounds like it reinforces my point, so I'm gonna roll with that. I'll start drinking sparkling water when they make it taste good. Well, they did, but it's not called sparkling water anymore. That's called soda, which obviously tastes amazing. That's a given. But they solved the problem. They added sugar to it and called it soda, and it tastes so good that it's ruining the world. It's having catastrophic consequences downstream, but the sparkling water is pretty good, man. You missed the Tinted Rock? Thank you. Thank you. I forgot what 2017 was like. Fuck you. Dicks out for Harambe. Close, that's 20. Well, I guess people have been saying it for a long time. I'll give you a pass on that one. Definitely want that. We definitely want this. Dicks out for Harambe is a classic, man. Mayan calendar. Trying to think. I think I've lived through 2 Mayan calendar apocalypses. There was definitely one when I lived in Korea. Can someone look? Okay, so this is like my version of holding up a newspaper, okay? I want you to look up when the Mayan calendar apocalypse was that was either in 2010 or 2011. I know that sounds crazy. But I know you're saying 2012. I want you to look up the one that was 2011. Just to hold that in your head for a second before you hypercorrect me. Because I went to see a Samsung Lions baseball game in Daegu, South Korea, in I think it was May 2011, and the game went to extra innings. Can someone Google and turn off the AI? I need a human touch for this one. May 2011. Apocalypse / Rapture, Samsung Lions extra innings. Do it yourself. Bro, this is so specific. Is this your first time using a fucking search engine, you zillennial? That's how you get the results you want, is a specific query. On May 23rd, 2011, Harold Camping stated that May 21st had been a spiritual judgment day and the rapture would occur October 21st, 2011. Okay, October 21st, 2011. Bring me back here. Samsung Lions, October 21st, 2011. No, I don't think it can be that. I don't think it can be that, and I'll tell you why. I don't think it can be that because there was a guy at the baseball game that his contract, maybe his contract ran out in October. Okay, sorry, one second here. Samsung Lions game by game recap 2011. Wikipedia, 2011 professional baseball season. The Samsung Lions won the regular season and the Korean World Series. That's your goddamn right they did. Whatever, I think I proved my point. Holy fuck, are you okay? Well, you've never seen a beast do it like this before? Kind of pissed me off too. That's where I found out that in baseball, if they stop selling concessions at like the 7th inning or whatever, and then if they go to extra innings, they don't reopen that shit up, man. They just keep it closed. And I also feel like the game might have ended in a draw, which I didn't actually realize could happen in baseball or the Korean Baseball League. Like, I think they did 2 extra innings or something, and then they went, fuck it, bro, let's just say we tied. Something like that. It's this game right here. Asterisk, asterisk, asterisk. Who were they playing? Were they playing the Doosan Bears? It's been a while. I mean, it's been 14 years since I was at this game. They were playing the SK Wyverns. That sounds right. That was a big game, too. I was drunk as fuck, dude. That was so sick. Give me some of this. Does this work? Nope. Is that legal? Is this allowed? Yeah. Teachers can get drunk too. It's kind of, they recommend it, to be honest with you. That could be interesting. Did you know that Canada Post is striking again? Is that true? I mean, honestly, I don't even mind. Because A, we support our mail carriers here. And our female mail carriers. And our non-binary mail carriers. Sorry, I think I put one too many males in there. Judd Apatow, when he's doing his casting for his every movie. Sorry, I don't know, I got lost. But it's actually bullish because the BC General Employees Union actually finished their strike. And by finished, I mean came to a tentative agreement. So now, it was a problem when there were 2 strikes at the same time. That was causing some issues. But like one at a time, I can tank one at a time. Our government needs started. That's true. Well, your government needs started. BCGEU has stopped my wife from changing her last name. No, I hear you. And I know you're going to say, how could you possibly? Because my mom, and my dad, moved here, but because of our patriarchal society, it's only a problem for my mom. She's been trying to get her driver's license moved from Ontario to BC, but she's having a little bit of a snafu because here's something you wouldn't have expected. When she got married 40 years ago, she changed her name. So she brings her birth certificate to the ICBC and they go, the names don't match. And then she goes, yeah, I got married. And then they go, well, you need a special document that shows that the name change is like legal. And then my mom is very prepared. And she goes, here it is right here. And that, no disrespect if this is literally you in chat, but from what I've heard, they go, and then basically tell her that they can't get it done. And then, this happened a lot. And she just kept going back until she got an employee that was like, oh yeah, this happens all the time and it's not a big deal at all. Here you go. And then they just ran it through for her. My mom's actually teaching me a lot about how to deal with bureaucracy. One of the things you can do is just ignore it when they tell you can't do something, and just keep trying until you get someone who's like, yeah, that makes sense. We'll make that happen. which is interesting. I think she would probably be a big asset for the slide, but honestly, the slide it pisses me off. Like, it's not my problem to fix, so I'm like, I feel like the city should fix that one, but I need your mom to make a podcast about this. Same thing happened at Life Labs. So, like, the way healthcare works in Canada, I believe your provincial taxes go towards healthcare. But there's like a provision where you're cross-covered in every province, no matter what province you reside in. So if you get hurt in Saskatchewan, but you live in British Columbia, you don't pay out of pocket because they're like, you're good for it. So she had to get some blood work done, and she gave them her Ontario ID. And they were like, well, we can't take this. We only serve like British Columbian residents. And my mom was like, that's not right. That's not how it, like, not in principle. That's just like not even how it should be in practice. And they're like, well, you don't know the rules, so tough luck. So she called her doctor in Ontario, and her doctor was like, well, that's wrong, but you could do this and this and this, and you can like get this form, and if you blah, 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 blah. And she said, okay, I hear you. And then what she did was she went next door and got a coffee, and then walked back into the Life Labs and just lined up at a different like slot at the desk. And then that person was like, oh yeah, we get that all the time. Like, we'll take your blood right now. So it's honestly like not even low key. It's high key, changing the way that I think about the civilization that I live in. I previously would have been like, oh no, it doesn't work like that. I guess everything I read about it is wrong, and you would know better because you like work here every day. But then my mom's experience is actually emboldening me to be more like Dan Henschel and be like, everyone is an idiot. Nobody knows what they're doing at all. Just keep going. If you think that what you're doing is right, just keep going until you get someone who agrees with you. Which is probably like harmful in the long term. But if you need to get some shit knocked off the to-do list, it seems like it might go kind of crazy. She is running it down mid. That's huge. And I mean, like, what the hell? Thank you, Sci-Fly. Not to be that guy that's like, does anybody else think that like sometimes the government is like inefficient? Because that guy is also normally not my fella. But she needed to get a document sent from the government of Ontario, basically, from an organization called Service Ontario. So she had it sent, and then Canada Post went on strike. So she needed the document as soon as possible. So she called them back, and she was like, well, like, you guys sent the document, but the process by which you sent the document is not going to work anymore because Canada Post is on strike. So can you send it via courier and I just pay you? And they were like, no. We don't have a button on, like, I guess our computer that can do that. So we'd basically just have to wait until, I mean, there's other ways to, like, send stuff around the country, but there's no way for us to do it because it's not in the manual or whatever, I guess. Ah! And I get it. I mean, they don't want you thinking independently. They want you, executing on the process that the eggheads invented to be as efficient as possible. But they didn't build in the strike protocol, man. The eggheads didn't think about the strike protocol. They'd get in trouble if it went wrong, honestly. Well, they're getting in trouble now. They're getting aired out live on Twitch TV. In the marketplace of ideas, man. Sorry. Imagine taking this website seriously. I mean, you say that, but then there's like people in chat that like 90% of their discourse is like an inside joke related to whatever the top clip is on live stream fails today. So it is mixed messages sometimes. But I get chat's not a monolith. Chat's not a monolith, but there are a lot of people out there who I think are not gonna make it. Sorry to say, you're probably not one of them. Now, Malumin, are you here? Malumin, are you in chat today? Chibley's not live, right? So you're probably here. Let me check. Malumin, not here right now. Let's see what the last thing they said was. Yep, that's them. Letterkenny is better than Shorzy. Do you skip Scott's Tots? Fishtel Prage. I'm from Minnesota. Oh, dude, they haven't been back since I aired them out last time. But I think that's growth. I think that's growth because I saw them in Chibley's chat and they were just talking like a normal human being in Chibley's chat instead of pretending to be Maya Higa, which I think is, that represents a positive change. I guess I didn't kill everything in this room. Things Colin Firth did not say in Kingsman. Remember that? You remember? Freebird people, he went loco. He shouldn't have done all that. Youch. I didn't see it. Kingsman 1, that's a role for, actually no, that's no stars. No stars! Everybody's got a funny accent. Leroy movies can't understand what they're saying. Kingsman 2, The Golden Circle, roll for need. You need to go see this. It's the first sequel that's better than the original. We need this bit gone. You don't like Leroy movies? Leroy Jenkins who watches movies? Fuck you, bud. Not you. You're cool. I mean, you're okay. I don't know. How would I know? He's growing on me. Yes, sir. Help. W hard drop. It's just on cinema at the cinema? You seem to be confused. This is a completely distinct character called Leroy Movies, who defies your expectations at every turn of what movie criticism can be. On Cinema at the Cinema, that's just a review show. They're just talking very matter-of-factly about movies that they've seen. This is a totally different situation. This is a character that's being played for the purposes of humor. Brendan Gleeson would cut off his fingers for this bit. Honestly, if I was Colin Farrell, I probably would have leaned into that. I probably would have been like, okay, buddy, cut off your fingers. See if I would have trolled him nonstop. Hey NL, is it bad that I still think about the fact that 4 years ago you said you hated I'm Thinking of Ending Things because it was pretentious, but you said you really liked the Darjeeling Limited? Yeah, it's really bad. The reason it's really bad is you're half right. I do not like I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and I think Charlie Kaufman needs the tempering influence of a director like Spike Jonze in order to pare down his irritable neuroticism and make it more palatable for an audience such as myself. But if you spent 4 years thinking about this, you fucked up, buddy, because I do not like the Darjeeling Limited. I would never have said that I really like the Darjeeling Limited. I saw it in theaters at the Screening Room in Kingston, Ontario the weekend it came out, and I said, this isn't very good. You've been fighting a battle in a war that doesn't even exist. That's what really sucks about it. Actress is pretty nice, though. Jesse Pinkman. Yeah, she's all right. What makes it not good? I don't know. I saw it 20 years ago. I saw it 20 years ago on a date that wasn't a date with my crush who didn't know I had a crush on her. So I was kind of, to be fair, it's probably not the best time to be reviewing a movie. I was a little distracted, wondering if this was going to be the day where I confessed in a not weird way that actually, like, I'm in love with you and have been for a long time. So it's probably, that's not Leroy Movies. That's a real guy. That's me. So maybe it's worth a rewatch at this point. Could be worth a rewatch. Squeeze me? That's Leroy Human. That's so true. Anyone else long on Bear Stearns? Dude, a Time Machine to 2006 would be crazy. It's kind of insane that if they did Hot Tub Time Machine now, and they went back the same number of years that they went back in the movie, they'd literally be in 2016. That's fucked up, dude. Rob Corddry, what are you doing, man? Hot Tub Time Machine is great. It's kind of a tearjerker at the end, man. When what is Rob Corddry's? I literally cried when I saw it in the theater. He goes back in time and invents Google, man, to save his life, to stop him from his addiction to drunk driving. It's a tearjerker, bro. You know I'm a dreamer, and my heart is cold. I gotta run away high, and then I never come home, yeah. Motley Lue, that's it. I was gonna say like Stan Halen. It's Motley Lue. What would you do if you went back to 2016? About 350. Unofficial NL VODs. Thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Much appreciated. Even your unofficial VODs are super official. I get it, 6-7. I get it now. He calls Google Lugal too. They don't make fucking comedies like that anymore. Well, they did make a Hot Tub Time Machine 2, and I never saw it. Because at that point, it seems like it was just stretching the bounds of good sense. They don't make movies like Hot Tub Time Machine 1 anymore, man. So true. They have to make it woke now. Lukewarm, non-denominational time travel device one. Probably like John Cusack, they'd have to be like Joan Cusack or something like that. It would be all fucked up. It wouldn't even make any sense. Instead of Crispin Glover, it would be like Chris Pratt and Danny Glover or something. I don't know. Kind of works. Trying to find a way to make it work. Josh Gad would be in there. So Josh Gad might be in the first one now that I think about it, but he'd be in there somewhere probably. He's everywhere these days, Josh Gad. Couldn't call it Lugal anymore, that's true. You have to be like Alphabet, Calphabet or something like that. Brat GPT. Charlie XCX. Instead of Charlie Kaufman, we got Charlie Kaufman didn't work on the first movie now that I think about it. Get me out of here, dude. Isaac is too easy. Has anyone said this? Has anyone said Isaac is too... This sentence is really funny. Can someone give me some context for this? Gad is providing the grunts and squeals for Muncher. Somebody give me some context for that? It's from Ghostbusters. Muncher, the new Ghostbusters. I gotta go pee. I'll be right back. Did I slash marker Isaac 4?